You might see him taunting the visiting team by dancing provocatively in front of their dugout, mocking the actions of their players, or smashing and stomping at objects such as a batting helmet. Sometimes he's dancing on the top of the dugout, warming up the bullpen, or shooting hot dogs into the stands. He is the Philly fanatic at Philadelphia Phillies home games, originally portrayed by Dave Raymond, now by Tom Burgoyne, although Tom Burgoyne, if you ask him personally if he's the Philly fanatic out of costume, he will say he is the fanatic's best friend. This flightless bird has been entertaining fans and ball players alike since 1978, and he is probably one of the best known mascots in North American sports. The Fanatics' routines have not always left opposing players and managers laughing. There was a time in 1988 when the Fanatics stomped on a life-size dummy wearing Tommy Lasorda's uniform. That was not appreciated by Lasorda, who assaulted the Fanatic in a nationally televised game. I think Steve Sachs might have been the guy who gave the uniform to the Philly Fanatic. And then there was a lawsuit filed against the Fanatic, claiming that a woman claimed in 2010 that the Fanatic injured her knee at a minor league game. Those were the biggest problems with the furry green creature. The Phillies unveiled a updated version of the Philly Fanatic in 2020 over a lawsuit, as the copyright agreement expired between the mascot and the original creators of the mascot. The team sold their rights for $250,000 in 1984, and that agreement expired on June 15th. So the designers, who also created Miss Piggy, they claimed that the character in the backstory originally came from themselves as they designed the Philly Fanatic, but the Phillies say that the idea originated with them. So the new Fanatic is a lighter version and a lighter color of green, and a little more blue around his eyes and a solid blue tail. But while the look may have changed, the Fanatic is still the same Fanatic that we all know and love. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you game number 21 of the 1982 tournament, and we are on the National League side. We're playing out the final four teams. We've already played the Giants and Cardinals, and the Giants upset the number one seeded Cardinals, so they go to the National League Championship game. And this game is the Atlanta Braves at the Philadelphia Phillies. Here's your starting lineups. First, for the Braves, Jerry Royster will lead off and play left field. You got Glenn Hubbard at second base. Claudell Washington is in right field. Dwayne Murphy is in center field. Bob Horner at third base. Chris Chambliss is at first base. Bruce Eggs Benedict is the catcher. Rafael Ramirez, the shortstop, and Pascual Perez, a grade C pitcher with a Z modifier, is on the mound. And now for the home team Phillies, Bob Denier will lead off and play center field. Pete Rose is at first base. Sarge Gary Matthews is in left field. Mike Schmidt is at third base. Bo Diaz is the catcher. George Vukovich in right field. Manny Trio is at second base. Ivan DeJesus, the shortstop, and your starting pitcher is Larry Christensen, grade B, Y, and Z modifier. Okay, here we go. Larry Christensen's ready to pitch, and we're filming this game on an iPad for the first time, and with an external microphone. We'll see how that goes. Here's a pitch to Jerry Royster, swinging from the right side box, 41. We'll read the blue die first. We're playing basic Apba. Philadelphia's defense is column 1. 41 is a ground ball to the shortstop, Ivan DeJesus. Throw to first, 1 away. Here's Yosemite Sam, Glenn Hubbard. 46 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. Claudell Washington. 62 is a ground ball back to the pitcher, Christensen. He snags it, flips to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Larry Christensen. We go to the bottom of the first. No score with the Phillies coming to bat. From the Dominican Republic, Pascual Perez completes his warm-up tosses, and White Lightning Rod Dernier steps into the box. 1-1 roll, that's an extra base hit for Bobby Dernier. And probably that second column roll will be extra bases. 34, it's not going to be extra bases, it's a single. And Dernier takes first, he is fast, and he can steal on the next pitch with that 11 result. I give the catchers a chance to throw out the base runners using this chart here. And for Philadelphia, Bo Diaz is an 8, so 11 through 23, he'll catch the guy stealing. 65 or 66 will be a throwing error. There goes Dernier. 45, he is safe with a stolen base. Here's Pete Rose. Two, 5 is an 8. And that's a line drive to right. It will get down. It'll be an RBI single for Pete Rose as Dernier crosses the plate. And right away in the first 2 hitters, the Phillies have a 1-0 lead. Here's Gary Matthews. Three, 6 is a 2 balls and no strikes, as Pascual Perez has the Z modifier for control. 23 is a 26, filling column 2 for the Phillies. Let's go to ground ball to, or for the Braves, ground ball to second base, Glenn Hubbard. He goes to the short way to get Rose. Fielder's choice for Sarge. And Gary Matthews, a fast runner, is on first base. 1 out, Mike Schmidt. 3-6 is a 2 balls and no strikes. 25 is a 10. That's going to be a hit, and Matthews goes to third. First and third, Philadelphia. First 3 out of 4 hitters have reached on base hits. And that 10 result allows Schmidt to try to steal second, which he will. Phillies are coming out very aggressive. 54, that's a stolen base. He is safe. Pascual Perez is in a lot of trouble in the first. Bo Diaz steps in. Second and third, we got Schmidt at second. Matthews at third. Here's the pitch to Diaz. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field, very shallow, not deep enough to score the run. It is caught by Jerry Royster. 2 outs. It'll be up to George Vukovich to take full advantage of this opportunity for the Phillies. They have 1 on the board. To get 2 more, here's the pitch to Vukovich. 25 is an 8 against a C pitcher. That's a single over first. And both runners will score. The throw goes home from the right fielder, Claudell Washington. That allows Vukovich to go to third. It's still a single, 2 RBIs. So Matthews scored, Schmidt scores, and now the Phillies lead 3-0 in the first. Here's Manny Trio. 25 is an 8. And looks like the hits just keep coming. It's a single over second. Vukovic scores. So 5 singles in the inning, and the Phillies have a 4-0 lead. Timeout. All right, Pascual Perez does not get out of the first inning. He has given up 4 runs thus far, and Rick Camp will replace him. He is a grade C pitcher with a Z modifier. All right, he's pitching to Ivan De Jesus. 46 is a fly ball to left field. 3 outs, but the Phillies score 4 times to go to the top of the second. Philadelphia 4 and the Atlanta Braves 0. All right, Atlanta will lead off with Dale Murphy, and then Bob Horner and Chris Chambliss, the meat of their order. They're down by 4 runs. Larry Christensen goes into his windup, and here is the pitch. 3-3 roll is a 5 for Dale Murphy. That's going to be a double over third base down the line. Dale Murphy has an answer for the Phillies scoring the last half inning. Here's Bob Horner. 1-6 is a 28, feeling calm. 1's a ground ball to the shortstop. De Jesus throws to first. A runner on second holds. 1 away. Here's Chris Chambliss. Same play. Ground ball to shortstop. De Jesus throws to first. Runner has to hold. There's 2 down. We've got the Bruce Benedict to get the man home. 41 is another third rollout to the shortstop. So a leadoff double goes to Knott. Go to the bottom of the second. 4-0 Phillies over the Braves. Pitcher Larry Christensen leads off the bottom of the second inning for Philadelphia. He has the lead for the tie. He's tied for the lead with the most home runs by a Philadelphia Phillies pitcher. Tied with Rick Wise. He hit 11. Didn't hit for a high average, 0.75. But 1 home run in 1982. He was a lifetime 150 hitter. Here's a pitch to Christensen, 55. Is a 23, feeling calm, 2. That's going to be an error on the center fielder, Dwayne Murphy. Slow runner at first. We'll play it safe with all the slow runners unless I say otherwise. Here's White Lightning, Bob Denier. 45 is a 2 balls and no strikes. Rick Kemp has the Z modifier. 55 is a 9 ground ball to the Atlanta third baseman. Bob Horner throws to first. 1 away. Christensen goes to second. Pete Rose, who drove in the first run in the first with a single. 36. 33 is a pop out to the shortstop, Rafael Ramirez, 2 outs. Here's Gary Matthews. Ground ball to short. That'll end the inning. Go to the top of the third. Phillies 4 and the Braves 0. So far in the tournament, nearly all the National League games have been well pitched. And in fact, National League teams coming in today's play are only averaging 2.6 runs per game. American League, they're averaging a more normal 4.1 runs per game. Here is Rafael Ramirez leading off the top of the third for the Braves, 1-5. That's a base hit for Ramirez. In the 11, we'll let him try to steal second, which I think he will do it. I'll try. 3-3, he's safe. That was against Bo Diaz, who was an 8. 11 through 23, he'd be out, but 33 is in the safe range. It's a stolen base. All right, the pitcher, Rick Camp, comes up. He can't hit. He's an 0-24 hitter, but we'll see if he can bunt. Christensen checks the runner. Here's the pitch. 1-2 is a 25. Bunted and picked up by Christensen, who throws to third and gets Ramirez out at third. Unsuccessful bunt. It's a fielder's choice. Caps the slow runner at first, Jerry Royster. 3-3 roll. That's a base hit for Royster. A single to right that sends the pitcher to second. First and second. Braves, 1 out. They had a runner in scoring position in the last inning, but he didn't score after the leadoff double. Here's Glenn Hubbard. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. Gary Matthews is under it. He pulls it out of the sky, and there's 2 down. Claudell Washington. 1-4 is another fly out to left. That's the end of the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. 4-0 Phillies. All right, Mike Schmidt will lead off the bottom of the third. He's 2 for 4 in the tournament with a stolen base. Here's the pitch to Michael Jack Schmidt. 16-28. Hit on the ground to shortstop Rafael Ramirez. The throw to first. Schmidt's out. Bo Diaz. "3-5 is a ground out, or no, rather a pop out to third base. Bob Horner puts it away, 2 outs. George Vukovic. 55 is a liner to left center field that'll get down before Murphy can get to it. Base hit. Vukovic is 2 for 2. He's got 2 RBIs. Manny Trio. Two outs. Vukovic at first. Ground ball to shortstop. That'll end the inning. We go to the fourth. 4-0 Phillies. All right, it's the top of the fourth, and Dale Murphy will lead off for the Braves. He led off with a double in the second, but that was followed by 3 ground outs to shortstop. 44 is a fly ball to center field, and that's caught by Bob Dunier. Murphy is 1 for 2. Here's Bob Horner from Junction City, Kansas, and also I believe he played at Iowa or at Arizona State. 46 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Chris Chambliss, who broke all of Kansas City's hearts in the 1976 playoffs. 22 is a base hit for Chambliss. Here's Benedict. 35 is a wild pitch. And that puts Chambliss in scoring position. Here's the pitch to the catcher, Benedict. 32 is a 12. Swung on and missed. Christensen strikes him out. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Phillies 4, Braves 0. Rick Camp returns to the mound for the bottom of the fourth inning. He's restored order after that noisy first inning by the Phillies. He's pitched 2 and a third innings of scoreless baseball. Braves fans will remember Rick Camp for hitting an improbable home run in an 18-inning game that was played on July 4th, 1985, also July 5th in the wee hours of the morning. Rick Camp's had a very serviceable career for the Braves, but ran into legal trouble and got sent to federal prison for 3 years. He and 4 others were indicted and convicted for stealing $2 million from a mental hospital. So the rest of the story is Rick Camp in prison camp. Here's a pitch to Ivan De Jesus. 42 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Larry Christensen. 51's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's the first 2 strikeouts generated by Rick Kemp. Top of the order, and Bob Denier. 6-6 roll. That could be extra bases. And let's see, 23 is a double for Bob Denier. He's 2 for 3. Phillies threatening to add more. Here's a dangerous Pete Rose. But 65 is a foul out to the third baseman. 3 outs. We go to the top of the 5th. 4-0 Philadelphia. Rafael Ramirez leads off the top of the 5th inning for Atlanta. Down by 4 runs. Single elimination game. The 1-5 is a base hit for Rafi Ramirez. He's 2 for 2 with a stolen base. He could steal again. And then have Rick Kemp try to bunt him to third. That's what they tried last time. It failed. He did steal successfully. There he goes. He is safe. And let's see if Kemp can bunt him over to third. 36 is a 33. That's picked up by the catcher, the throw to third, and they get Ramirez at third by 2-5. So another fielder's choice on a bunt attempt. Rick Kemp's the runner at first. He is slow. Played safe. Jerry Royster. 25 is a base hit to right center field. Kemp goes to second. 1 out, 2 on. Glenn Hubbard. 62 is a 27. That play result has a Y, and Larry Christensen has a Y strikeout letter, so that's an out, 2 outs. That by way of strikeout. Claudell Washington, 63, is a fly ball to right field. Pete Vukovich makes the catch. And Larry Christensen has thrown 5 innings of shutout ball. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 4-0 Phillies. Here is Gary Matthews leading off for Philadelphia. 1-3 is a base on balls. Matthews patient at the plate. Trots down the first. Fast runner. Mike Schmidt's the batter. 280 hitter with 35 bombs in 1982. Here's the pitch. 51 is a ground ball to Bob Horner at third to throw to first. What away, Matthews goes to second. Bo Diaz. 24 is a fly out to center field. Dale Murphy with the play, 2 outs. Here is George Vukovich, who is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. 1-6 is a 28. Ground out to the shortstop, Rafael Ramirez. 3 outs. We go to the 6th. Philly 4-0. All right, Del Murphy, that's been his whole day leading off the inning. He doubled and flied to center. Here's the pitch to Murphy in the 6th. 56 is a pop fly or Y. Christensen has a Y, so Murphy goes down a strikeout victim. Caught looking. Here's a pitch to Bob Horner, 6. That's a double for Horner. His first hit. Braves have another runner in scoring position. They've been able to do that, but they just haven't gotten any clutch hits. Chris Chambliss. 51 is a single over second, and Horner will go to third. Braves have him on the corners with 1 out, and Eggs Benedict coming to the bat. Let's see what he can cook up here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Benedict. 43 is a 29. Ground ball to the Pitcher Larry Christensen to throw to first. Chambliss goes to second. Horner holds at third. Now 2 outs, second and third. An important bat for Atlanta. Rafi Ramirez comes to the plate. Ramirez hit 278 in 1982. Here's the pitch. 52 is a 27. Ground ball to Bob Horner at third to throw to first. 3 outs. Once again, Atlanta gets runners to second base, but they can't score. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-0 Philadelphia. Manny Trio leads off for Philly, 52. The ground ball to Mike Schmidt, not Mike Schmidt, ground ball to third. Whoever's playing third throws to first. 1 away. Bob Horner. All right, now Ivan De Jesus. 35 is a 39. Strike 1. Ground ball back to Rick Kemp. He throws to first. 2 outs. Now the pitcher, Larry Christensen. Kemp has allowed only 1 hit in this relief outing, now spanning 5 innings. Here's the pitch to Christensen. 45 is a base on balls. Walks the pitcher. 2 outs. Bob Denier. 41 is a ground ball to short. The shortstop, Rafael Ramirez, throws to first. 3 outs. We go to the 7th. Philadelphia 4 and Atlanta nothing. You might be hearing the sounds of a lawnmower outside, the sweet sounds of spring. Lawnmower pushed by somebody not named Apba Bryan. Here is Rick Kemp leading off for the Braves, and he will hit, even though it's getting late in the game. He has been pitching so well, keeping the Braves in the game. If you can consider that in the game, 4 runs down. Larry Christensen still pitching. This is a fatigue inning for him. 3 bad things happen. His grade level will go down. Here's the pitch to the pitcher. Rick Kemp, 26, is a fly ball to left field. Gary Matthews makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Jerry Royster. 52, 27. Ground ball to third. Mike Schmidt throws out Jerry Royster. Royster is 2 for 4. And now Yosemite Sam. Glenn Hubbard. 24. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 4-0 Phillies. Pete Rose leads off for the Phils. And he leads off with a base hit. Second hit for Rose today. He is rated as average speed. Gary Matthews. 53 is a hit by pitch. If we roll doubles, there'll be hard feelings on a brawl. No hard feelings. Sarge goes to first. First and second. First 2 are on against Rick Kemp, not repaying the Braves for letting him bat in the last inning. Atlanta will make a call to the pen, and they're going to bring in very fine reliever Steve Bedrosian. He's a grade B pitcher. He'll be grade A pitching for 1 batter only. Mike Schmidt. No outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch to Schmidt, 21. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bedrosian strikes out the Phillies slugger. Here's Bo Diaz. 8 against, he's back to B. And so an 8 against a B is a ground ball to third base. Bob Horner throws him out. Base runners advance 90 feet. Second and third were 2 outs. Here's George Vukovic. Vukovic is 2 for 3. 35 is a 40. That is a ground ball to second base and booted by Glenn Hubbard. E4. So Rose scores. Schmidt goes to third. No RBI, but the Phillies out a run. It's 5-0 Philadelphia. Manny Trio. .54 is a fly ball to right field. 3 outs. Phil's had 1. And as we go to the top of the 8th, the Philly Fanatics team leads 5-0. It's getting late early for the Atlanta Braves. We're up to the 8th inning. They have not scored. They're down by 5 runs, and Claudell Washington leads off against Larry Christensen. 1-5 is a base hit for Washington, and he can steal on the next pitch. Down by 5, I think they're going to hold here. They do hold. Dale Murphy's the batter. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. Gary Matthews makes the catch. 1 out. Runner holds it first. Bob Horner. 1-1 roll. It might be. It could be. It is over the left field fence. A 2-run home run for Bob Horner. Drives home Claudell Washington. The Braves put 2 on the board. It's 5-2. Here's Chris Shamble. 43 is a ground ball back to Christensen. 2 outs. Christensen had a clean 7th inning, but now he's got 2 marks on his fatigue. Here's Bruce Benedict. 53 is a 18. It's a ground out to the shortstop. Ivan DeJesus. That ends the inning, but the Braves score twice. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-2 Philadelphia. Ivan DeJesus leads off the bottom of the 8th for Philadelphia. And that'll be the pitcher spot. And then top of the order, Steve Bedrosian is back out to pitch for the Braves. Here's the pitch to DeJesus. 36 is a pop-up to the shortstop. Rafael Ramirez, 1 away. There will be a pitch hitter for Larry Christensen. That's Greg Gross, left-handed batter. Christensen gave the Phillies great work today. 8 innings pitched, 2 runs allowed. They've got effective starting pitching. Steve Carlson allowed he didn't allow any runs. He pitched a shutout in 8 innings in his starts. So they've only given up, the starters have only given up 2 runs in 16 innings for the Phillies. Greg Gross. 51 is a fly ball to center field. 2 outs. Here's White Lightning, Bob Denier. 1-2 is a ground ball to second base, or X. And that's a strikeout as Bedrosian has the X. We go to the 9th. 5-2 Philadelphia. Sid Monge comes in to pitch the 9th inning for Philadelphia. He is a grade CYZ pitcher, right-handed pitcher, and Rafael Ramirez leads off for Atlanta. Pitch hitter comes out on deck, and then it'll be the top of the order. Here's a pitch to Rafael Ramirez in the 9th. 25 is a 10. You can see that's a single up the middle. Ramirez leads the inning with a base hit. Pinch hitter out of St. Louis, Missouri is Larry Wissington, left-handed batter. Here's the pitch from Monge. 3-3 roll. That's a hit column roll for Monge. 42 is a 2. That's going to be a triple, and that will drive in Ramirez. 5-3, and brings the potential tying run to the plate. Wissington's at third, and that potential tying run is Jerry Royster at the top of the order. He is 2 for 5. Here's the pitch to Jerry Royster. 3-3 roll. That's a base hit. Single to left, scoring Wissington. It is 5-4, timeout Philadelphia. Juan Reed is going to be called on to try to put out the fire. For the Phillies, he's a grade B reliever with a Y and Z modifier. Pitching to Glenn Hubbard, he'll be a grade A pitcher for one batter only. Here's the pitch. 1-1 roll, that's a hit column roll for Glenn Hubbard. 65 is a double over first. And Royster scores. Pretty sure he's fast. Yes. And suddenly the Braves have a new ball game. It is 5-5. All those runs are charged to Sid Mungie. Cloudell Washington. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll. A ton of great rolls, and that's a drive by Washington. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. A 6-run uprising by the Atlanta Braves. In the ninth, it is Atlanta 7, Philadelphia 5. Still nobody out. Bill Murphy. 1-2 is a 25. That's a ground ball to second base. That'll be the first out. Bob Horner. 21. Fly out to left fielder Gary Matthews. 2 outs. Chris Chambliss. 6-3 as they fly out to center field, but the Braves score 5 times in the ninth. They lead 7-5. It'll be Gene Garber to try to close it out for the Braves. A YZ pitcher. He'll have to face a tough part of the Philadelphia lineup. Pete Rose, Gary Matthews, and Mike Schmidt. Here's the first pitch to Rose, bottom of the ninth. 1-4 as a fly ball to left field. Caught by Jerry Royster. There is 1 down. Here's Gary Matthews. He is 1-for-4. 5-5 is a 8 against the A pitcher. And that's a pop out to Bob Horner at third base. 2 outs. And this remarkable comeback by Atlanta has just 1 more out to go. That's Mike Schmidt. Here's the pitch. 1-4 is a fly ball to the left. That'll do it. Caught by Jerry Royster. And that's the ball game. The final score, Atlanta 7 and Philadelphia 5. The Atlanta Braves scores 7 runs in the final 2 innings to leave a serious deficit. And they take this game 7-5 over the Phillies and knock out the third-seeded team. These teams were very evenly rated. They both won 89 games in 1982. Both came into this game with a 1-0 record plus 1 run differential. It's the Braves that come out on top. The winning pitcher was Steve Bedrosian. Gene Garber got the save, and the loser was Sid Mungie. The Braves had 7 runs on 15 hits and 1 error. Phillies had 5 runs on 8 hits, and they committed no errors. Home runs in the game were by Atlanta Braves only. Bob Horner hit a 2-run homer in the 8th, and Cloudell Washington hit a 2-run homer in the 9th. Star of the game, there's 3 candidates. Rick Camp pitched 6 innings of relief with only 1 earned allowed. Washington was 2-for-5 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And Bob Horner was 2-for-5 with a home run, a double, and 2 RBIs. We'll pick Bob Horner as the star of the game. He was a winner of the Golden Spike Award in his college years at Arizona State University. They won a national championship in his sophomore season. And he had one of the best college careers of any college baseball player ever at Arizona State. And then when he was drafted first by the Braves, he didn't go to the minor leagues. He went straight to the major leagues. And in his first game, he hit a home run off Hall of Famer Burt Blyleven. So Bob Horner is today's star of the game. Hope you enjoyed the game. If you did, hit the subscribe button and the like button as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless.